Hey, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. This is Chris Shoemaker, also known as Yehudah ben Shomeyr, and welcome to the Weekly Way, your weekly devotional commentary on the Torah, half-Torah, and Brit Chadasha portions. Today we are in Parashah, or Torah portion number 25, which is Tzav, which means command, and is taken from Leviticus chapter 6, verse 1, all the way to chapter 8, verse 36. We're going to be spending some time in chapter 27, which speaks of the laws concerning the guilt offering. Whatever priest performs whatever sacrifice, to him goes the designated portion for him and his family to use and consume. Now, baked meal offerings are given to the priest that offered it. Dry meal offerings, or dry meal mixed with oil, is divided up among all the priests serving at the tabernacle at that time. Then chapter 7 goes into the laws concerning the peace and thanksgiving offering. Feast offering for vows or donations are just like the Sabbath manna. They can be eaten for 2 days, and like Sabbath manna and the Passover lamb, which remains after 2 days, must be burnt up and not eaten. If it's eaten on the third day, the whole sacrifice becomes rejected. Now, the latter half of chapter 7 concerns the laws about eating in a state of contamination or ritual impurity, and the prohibition of consuming fat and blood, and the procedures of the wave offering, which is much like waving the lulav and etrog during the Feast of Tabernacles. The right thigh and the breast of the peace offering is given to the priest. This Torah portion deals with the sacrificial offerings which could be eaten by the one making the offering and the priest offering it, unlike the sin, guilt, and burnt offering, which could not be eaten but had to be consumed by fire. Also, the offerings that could be eaten had nothing to do with sin. They are praise offerings for various reasons, such as someone recovering from a grave illness or returning safe from war or a perilous journey, and they may want to offer God such an offering in thanksgiving and praise. And it's like a party where God is the guest of honor, and the priests join with the common people of Israel for a thanksgiving feast to Adonai. These sacrifices are a perfect example why the Levitical priesthood has not been done away with in the coming and advent of Messiah Yeshua. And similar to the manna, there was a time limit on how long one may keep the leftovers of sacrificial meat. You see, God already knew about spoilage, harmful bacteria, cross-food contamination, and about why one must not consume blood or fat way before doctors and scientists and nutritionists did. Now, moving on to the half-Torah portion in Jeremiah chapter 9, verses 22 through 24, Jeremiah the prophet in this passage is basically saying that knowing Adonai through meditation on and obeying the Torah while in exile, which includes the sacrifices mentioned in the Torah, just meditating on these must suffice for the actual sacrifice until we all return to the promised land of Israel, and will be required to and gladly participate in the sacrificial system under Messiah Yeshua, who will be the priest in the order of Melchizedek, which is an older, more ancient order of priesthood, more authoritative order of priesthood than the Levitical priesthood that was instituted long after. And so we will participate in the sacrificial system under Messiah Yeshua and the newly rebuilt temple, which will remind us of the price Yeshua paid for us. Now, this moves us on to the Brit Chadasha, or the portion in the New Testament, the renewed covenant. So in Mark chapter 12, verses 28 through 34, and Romans 12, 1 and 2, these talk about just as we celebrate life through particular sacrifices mentioned in our Torah portion this week, we ourselves are to be living sacrifices of praise and thanksgiving to Him, which will in turn draw people to the Torah and to Messiah Yeshua. Hey, this has been the Weekly Way for this Sabbath. Thanks so much for listening. Go out there and have a great week. Shalom and Shavua Tov. Hey, shalom everyone. This is Chris Shoemaker, also known as Yehudah ben Shomeyr, and I am the founder of AbrahamsDescendants.com. I'm excited to announce the publishing of 3 Torah commentaries just in time for the new Torah reading cycle. And these Torah commentaries have the Torah, half-Torah, and Brit Chadasha portion commentaries included. They are RaYBaSH's Torah Thoughts Volume 1, which include Genesis through Exodus. RaYBaSH's Torah Thoughts Volume 2, which includes Leviticus through Deuteronomy. And we have a special Torah commentary just for kids called RaYBaSH's Torah Thoughts for Kids. To order yours, just go to AbrahamsDescendants.com under the Media tab and go to the sub-tab Books, and it'll take you right to the storefront where you can order your very own. Thanks. Shalom.